Hi, I'm Paul Friedman. I'm the founder of the Marriage Foundation, and we've been helping so many people. We have many, many subscribers, 36,000, and we want you to subscribe too so you could learn the right way of marriage. This topic, why does my husband correct everything that I say, is big to you now, but I want to put it into perspective for you so that you're not feeling emotionally tossed by your emotions. Emotionally tossed by your emotions. That's actually true. Because what we don't realize is that when we don't master our minds, when we don't control our minds, we are victims of our minds. And our minds control us. Our emotions, and I know the psychological world says you should honor your emotions, but that's nonsense. You shouldn't. That's like honoring pop-ups in your computer. It's just a program. Your mind is a machine. It is there for you to use. But because we're not taught this, our minds use us. And we become victims of our habits to react, our habits to emote, our habits to freak out, our habits to feel unsettled. And this is a great example. If your husband is correcting everything you do, you say, everything I say, what's really happening is you're taking it personally. But it's not you taking it personally because you're the soul. But we don't realize. Think of your mind as a filter between the outer world and you, the soul. And it's telling you, oh, this is bad, this is good. Well, of course, being corrected all the time isn't good, but when you react, when you identify with your mind's reaction to being corrected, then your husband's going to react. His mind is going to react. And you're caught in this cycle of suffering. And it's not necessary. It isn't necessary. But we're not taught how to behave in marriage. He wasn't taught either. So number one is ignore it. Don't take it on. Hear it. But look at him through your eyes of love. And behave in response to his criticism, his correcting you, with something that is complimentary, loving. Are you complimentary and loving with your husband? Because now's a good time to look at yourself and ask yourself, he's correcting everything I say, but how am I with him? Am I making him unhappy in our marriage? What is our marriage like from his point of view? What is our marriage like from my point of view? You see, we're not taught how to be married. We're not even taught the benefits of marriage, which is ever-increasing happiness and ever-increasing love. But you have to do it right. It doesn't just happen. So when you look at yourself and you go, well, there are areas that I can improve upon. And then your mind is going to go, yeah, but he's going to still be correcting you. And this is why it's so important in our course for women, in our course for men. We approach marriage from 2 points of view. One is teaching you how to manage your mind, how to master your mind. Because you are not your mind, you are a soul. Ever new joy and bliss. But the mind gets in the way, so you have to learn how to separate yourself so you see the mind objectively so you can start controlling it. You're meant to control it. It's odd that we're not controlling our minds. Even though we've never done it before, it's still odd that we don't do it. It's like plugging in a stereo and turning it on and not adjusting the volume. We just let it do its thing. It's plugged in, it's going. No, everything we have has to be under our control, especially your mind. So that's one way. The other way is we talk about how to behave in marriage, what will help bring about the happiness and love that we're seeking. And so what we do is we don't go, how do I get him to stop correcting me? We don't do that. We go, how do we make this marriage amazing? So if he does forget and he corrects me, it just doesn't bother me because the volume of love is so beautiful that I really don't care. He has a flaw, he corrects me. Who cares? So that's how we approach it. We don't fix individual problems. We show you how to live marriage, how it's meant to be lived. And that's where you get the most from it. Do you understand? Does that make sense to you? I wish that things weren't as they are in the world, but we can't change the world. We can't go back and say, hey, you should have taught me about marriage. Hey, you should have taught me about love and joy. You should have taught me about the mind. Can't do that. But from this moment forward, we can choose to make it our business to learn about marriage. Subscribe to this channel, you'll start getting a taste. Get one of my books, get the course. You have free will. Use it so that you can get what you're entitled to. Walking around in joy, walking around in peace and love. That's what we're entitled to as human beings. And we miss that. Okay, I'm teaching people now. We're setting up a course to train people how to be marriage counselors, TMF marriage counselors, because I don't consider all the psychological world to be marriage counselors. They call themselves that, but they don't help any marriages. And what we do helps, it works. So I'm Paul Friedman. I founded the Marriage Foundation. I appreciate your coming by, and I hope you come by again. If you have questions, you can write into our counselors. It's a free service. But look through our website. See what's there so you can benefit the way we do. God bless you, and take care. Thank you.